When it comes to the world wars, our minds tend to think of our veterans, those who served on the front lines of combat. But for that combat to happen, hundreds of Canadian women worked building the planes and the ammunition needed for battle. Mickey Schienle was one of those women.
The war was on, and we knew that they had to do all this, all this work. That's how they got their guns and any supplies or whatever they needed over there. So, of course, that had to be done here. And instead of continuing with your education, a lot of us just decided to put in our our help in our effort of helping the war effort.
Mickey was 18 when the Second World War broke out. One job she had was in a munition plant in Ontario.
We lived in a dorm, and so the pillows they used white pillow slips. And from whatever was in the air, it turned our pillow slips orange. Like, not a real orange, but you could see the orange hue on it. So we were breathing all that stuff. No masks or anything.
So it couldn't have been a very healthy environment.
Well, I don't think so, but I still managed to get this far.
Regular bomb drills, bunkers separating rooms of explosives, and meticulous cleanliness to prevent disaster were all part of everyday life for these women. Mickey also spent a great deal of the war building the Lancaster planes, her preferred job at the time.
Well, they had these jigs, or what they call them, and they had the nose of the plane was on there, but it was the panels that are on the outside, like whatever is made of aluminum or whatever, is just sort of clipped on there with some kind of clips. So we had to put rivets through, drill holes first, where all these joints were, and then we had to put holes in there with the drill, and then put the rivet in. I don't know. And then most of the time I was on the inside. They called it bucking. You had a bucking bar, and you had to hold it up against the rivet to make it flatten, so that it would keep the panel on that we were doing on. That's what we were doing.
Lancasters were strategic bomber planes, allowing considerable accuracy even at night. The Lancaster was pivotal in the war and is considered the most effective British heavy bomber in World War II.
And what they needed there, we were producing.
Right.
Without us, they couldn't have had the war. Maybe we shouldn't have done it.
No recognition, no handshake, nothing when the war ended.
The PA system came on and they said, "The war is over, turn off your machines, go home, you can go home, collect your paycheck at your usual place and time." That was it. No severance, no thank you, no nothing.
Now 99 years old, Mickey lives in a retirement home in Kelowna with no regrets. Having lived through World War II, Mickey says thoughts of World War III have crossed her mind with the ongoing war in Ukraine.
Yeah, you think about it because you don't know what they're going to do there, especially with the way that Putin acts, And we're talking about nuclear stuff, and it's kind of scary when you think about it, because if they start with anything like that, and that's the rest of the world, might as well say goodbye to the world.
As we remember our veterans this November 11th, don't forget about the hundreds of women who worked behind the scenes, like Mickey, to find victory. In Kelowna, I'm Brittany Webster for Black Press Digital.